We're gonna be going into the build that I used to beat Radahn, and trust me, I understand. He's broken as hell. He's been destroying me for a while. As you can see, the golden gates are finally gone. So I finally actually did it. I'm gonna show you the build and also what you should do. And also remember, if you help this guy, you give him a letter before you give him a letter before you actually fight Freya and them. He will join your team in the fight for Freya and them, and then you'll also be able to summon him for Radahn. He really doesn't do that much, but he just may be a distraction for them at the time. So let's go into the equipment. You don't have to be my level. I ended up beating it for a few times, but what you really need to make sure that your arcane is at 82. Because arcane is what builds the bleed, and what you're going to be doing is bleeding him all the way down. This is the build that I used. I used the maternal staff. It's the only one that it's an A. You could get one that's an S in intelligence, and it would be like a B in arc. But since what we're mainly going off of is the bleed stat, you want to have one that's the highest in arc that you can find. This is the highest one I find. I use the maternal staff. I use all of the solitude armor. If you have a decent amount of armor, I mean, a decent amount, you can take a few hits from it. Of course, he hits like a truck anyway, but you also have to be wary of that. I use the Great Jar Arsenal so that I can wear all of this, but also still have the medium load so I can roll the Dragon Quest Great Shield Talisman for some of those hits there, because he's gonna be hitting you like a truck. We all know this. The Radahn icon, which shortens the spells, it makes it just a little bit faster to do the spells. And I use the Grave Mass Talisman to increase the potency of the one spell that we're actually going to be using. And of course, everybody's favorite friend, Mimic Tier. I understand people like to use these things and not. I understand people like to use these things, don't like to use these things for some reason. But me personally, I don't understand why people don't use everything that's at their disposal. These bosses cheese you the fuck out. There's no reason you shouldn't use everything at your disposal, and especially because the creator of the video game uses Mimic to his damn self. So we're gonna go into it. The spell that I'm using is Impenetrable Thorns. You do get it in the DLC. Make sure to find this, and this is the spell that I use. It causes massive amount of bleed damage. So when you have this plus the stats, the arcane, then you'll be doing a massive amount of bleed damage. Impenetrable Thorns is located at the dark chamber entrance. This is where you get the magic that you're gonna use to fight Radahn. It's right before you fight Mesmer. You go down these steps. There's gonna be a Fire Knight here if you haven't fought him before. But he only spawns one time, so you don't really have to worry. You come down these steps on the right. Of course, you don't have to kill him. And you see how he's looking down, or he's looking over here? There's actually a ledge down here. You don't want to go all the way down. You want to go to the first flight. Right here. Gonna kill the bat. Don't really need to. And the Impenetrable Thorns will be right here. You want to have that. You want to have your mind like up. You don't really need endurance or strength. I just have more points than everybody because I've beat the game 3 times. So as long as you have like a smooth 150, which you should be, of course, at least one when you're playing this game. Make sure that your arcane's at 82. Your vigor is up, and you have enough mind, or at least enough potions to keep using it. But to be honest with you, I only kept I only kept two potions because I didn't need to. Since my mind is so high, I didn't need to actually fill up. I didn't need to fill up as much, and this does a massive amount of. The reason I keep it to one spell, yes, you could throw a lot of buffs on yourself. The reason I keep it to one spell is because when you're using Mimic Tear, you want to lessen the amount of things that he can do. You want to lessen his arsenal so that he doesn't keep trying to do other things. So if you only have impenetrable horns in this, you gotta keep using it. And that right there causes a massive amount of bleed damage. This is my build. Now we're gonna get into the actual fight. Hope you enjoyed the video, yeah, bags. No.
Oh crap! I said.
I would take care of the dog. It has.
Hey babe, I'm gonna walk my dad out.
Okay.
I will.
Oh, hold on. Oh, no. He is an inventory checker, spell checker, do all that. Yeah. Are you fucking with it? It's like wild goose. Now, have you been maxing the rank? It's real how you told already? Look. You like this?
Will have his day.
I let a lot of the year go by. Facts. It's within a year. Yes, let's go, nigga! I finally beat you! You're fucking trash! Let's fucking go! I'm the Elder Lord once again! Stop playing with me! We're back! The kingdom is ours! Now I'm ready to play other games. See? I'm ready. Where they ending at? Well, talk to me, man.